Hey, good evening, guys. I got a huge one here for you. I usually don't talk about coins of this nature because, it's just really wild and really expensive. But a lot of folks are talking about, the transitional metal 1943 and 1944 Lincoln cents. The 43 is coming up as copper. The 44 is coming up as zinc-coated steel. Just a mix of planchets over a course of 2 years has really set the modern market on fire. These coins can be purchased or sold, somewhere in the mid five figures to as high as $100,000-$200,000, depending on grade and various other intangibles like that. But right here is one of the most rarest varieties that you could find. All right. Now, I use the term find pretty loosely because there are only 3 examples of this 1958 double die obverse in existence, okay? Which leads me to believe that the U.S. Mint caught it early and went ahead and reconfigured the die so that way it's not going to have this wild, crazy double die look to it. It rivals a 1955, and I know there's only like a 3-year removed part of it. Why didn't they just produce more 1958s and just, let it run with it? It's maybe not that simple. Maybe, in a course of 3 years that they've tightened up the quality controls of the U.S. Mint processes, which is probably why there's only a handful. Now, is there really only 3 examples out there? I don't think so. I figure somewhere down the line, because 1958 is one of those dates that not a lot of people look at up until the discovery of this tremendously wild double die obverse 58. Other than that, the coin really doesn't have a whole lot of appeal. The U.S. Mint produced millions upon millions of these coins, and it was the last year of the wheat cent before the hotly anticipated Lincoln Memorial design came out. So what else can I tell you about this coin? All right, first and foremost, here's a close-up view of what the diagnostics look like of the doubling. Okay, it is tremendously wild. If you looked at it long enough, you would probably go dizzy. There are just a few double dies that me personally, I look at it, I'm like, oh, whoa, what happened? But this is one of those coins, the 55, the 69S. These are all very note-while varieties for its class, and this is no exception. So as you can see, In God We Trust and Liberty are going to have the strongest doubling, the strongest spread. The date, however, just looks normal. There's minimal to very little spread, which would indicate that the center of rotation was right at the date. All right, which is pretty crazy. To have all that other doubling except the date is, it's a sight to behold. But here are your close-up diagnostics. How reasonable is it to find a coin like this out in circulation? Probably not too much, but it's always good to know what it looks like in the event that something like this does come across in pocket change or coin roll hunting, or some of you, I don't know how many of you out there actually sort through large bags of wheat cents. There might be something like this hiding in there. There have been people that have found those off-transitional 43, 44 steels, and coppers out there. So why not this one? So let's wrap it up with a few of the key points of the coin. Okay, again, it's one of only 3 that has existed. Stack's Bowers had the pleasure of having the consignment on this particular coin back at March's Baltimore Rarities auction. I believe this was session 3. And if I'm not mistaken, it was auction number 2146. So if you wanted to go onto their website, stacksbowers.com, and check the listing out for yourself, you could see what I see here. But yeah, this coin sold for $336,000. That's a lot of money, and it's life-changing type money. So you can imagine the possibilities of what this kind of money can cover then you know that means it's a lot of money. Woo! But this is one of those coins I've always dreamt of finding out there, and you know, maybe one of you guys might be the lucky recipient of such a windfall. That'd be tremendous. I'd love to hear about it if one does come up somewhere. But anyways, I feel like I had to throw in a little plug, not only to Stack's Bowers, but for the coin itself. This one gets very little press for whatever reason, but it is definitely noteworthy. You know, the information's out there, so that way if you come across something like this, I hope someone does, that we'd be willing to talk about it. But in any event, if you guys love the content this evening, it is tremendous and kind of out there. Give me a huge like, okay, a great big thumbs up, and subscribe to Blue Ridge Silverhound. All right, I appreciate your guys' time. Keep hunting, keep searching, keep stacking, and enjoy the hobby. And I'll see you guys later. Take care.